There's good debt and bad debt. If you only have bad debt, which I classify student loan debt as bad debt, the main reason it's bad debt is because it's the worst possible type of debt. You see, if I get into trouble as a businessman with debt, I can declare bankruptcy and I'm clean. But the trouble with student loan debt, you can't do that. You know, it hangs around your neck for the rest of your life. So if you're a student, you shouldn't take on student loan debt unless you absolutely 100% guaranteed that you will commit to graduating. So the problem with student loan debt is a person has to know what are they going to study. You know, I have two friends, they're both medical doctors, and they came out of school with $500,000 in medical debt, in student loan debt, but they paid it off in 5 years because they're medical doctors. They had high-paying jobs. So as far as the subject of debt, there's good debt and bad debt. So I'm going to buy a house, and everyone says my house is an asset. That's not true. Your house is a liability. I don't care if you have no debt on it or not. A house is a liability. Same as if you have a car. A car is a liability. And the reason for that is, as we talked about earlier, the 6 words that are basics of financial education: income, expense, asset, liability. And the 2 other words are cash flow. So when you look at the average person, they have a job, money comes in here, they pay for their house, and the money goes to a bank through a mortgage. So it's not an asset because the cash is flowing out, so it's a liability. So the definition of liability: does it take money from your pocket? And for an asset, does it put money in your pocket? So when I have a rental property here, it puts money in my pocket. So if I live in the house, it's a liability, because even if I have no debt on it, I still have taxes, depreciation, repairs, and upkeep, insurance, and all this. When I rent a property, I've done a good job buying it and structuring it. Every month it sends me money. So today my wife and I own 6,500 of them. And every month 6,500 houses put money in my pocket. But all of this comes from debt. It's all debt. So this is good debt. And what makes it good debt are the 2 most important words: cash flow. So the debt is putting money in my pocket, and bad debt is taking money from my pocket. The problem is, if you're going to use debt, you've got to be very, very smart. That's why I took real estate classes when I was 25, and I've never stopped taking real estate classes. Because you buy a piece of real estate and you make a mistake, this turns into a liability. If the renter leaves the place, this goes here that fast. And the cash flows that way. It's going out of my pocket. So it has nothing to do with real estate, it has nothing to do with a car, nothing to do with student loan. It has to do with these 2 words here. If I had a car and I borrowed money from it and somebody rented from me as an Uber driver or something, and they put money in my pocket, it would be an asset. A big lesson for you is that it's nothing to do with the house, the car, the student loan. It has to do with where's the cash flowing. If the cash is flowing into your income statement, into your pocket, it's an asset. It's good debt. But if it's taking money from your pocket, it's bad debt. If you're going to be successful, whether you're an employee or entrepreneur, you've got to control the direction of your cash flow. Look at most people here. We've talked about it earlier. They get a job and the cash flows out here, goes to the government, called taxes. I don't do this legally. The reason is because we're entrepreneurs, not employees. Employees have this, entrepreneurs don't. So good debt, what?
Money in your pocket.
And bad debt, what?
Takes money out of your pocket.
That's all there is.
Yeah.
Thank you.